Logan, what do you take away from the regular season about your hockey club that's going to do well for you guys in the postseason?
I think it was just honestly finding our identity as as an organization. Every year in the American League, you kind of have to do it. It's hard to carry over sometimes. But I'm proud of our group. The goal at the start of the year was to make playoffs, and all you got to do is get there. And I thought we had a lot of hard work put in this year. We grew as a team. It's an exciting time. It's a really exciting time for us. For us, it's just about playing hard every night and doing the right things. And I think for the most part, there's only a couple of games maybe where we didn't kind of work the way we were supposed to, and we're going to try to pride ourselves on work ethic in playoffs.
A couple of things that happened this year that were on the real positive side. One of them, the PK, didn't give up hardly any. In fact, set a Marlies record for shorthanded goals against and all that. I just wonder how much special teams plays into it when you don't get very many opportunities in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's what you can win and lose games. I think it's playoffs is about not giving the other team anything. Usually it's what you don't do is what benefits the other team. But I think for special teams is you can watch the NHL as well. It's the teams that do well in the special teams that kind of become successful. And we did a great job on both power play and PK after the way we started the year on both. You grind and you make adjustments, and both all the coaches have done a great job kind of figuring out what works on every night against certain opponents, and we have to carry that over to playoffs for sure. Special teams could very very easily win or lose this series.
You throw it in the back of your mind or even at the front of your mind that you've got some guys in Max and Cameron and even Kyle Clifford, right? He's gone the entire distance, and a lot of times from a long way back. Something in those guys and what they do and how they play that you see that adds extra to this playoff?
Yeah, it's a whole new season, and we do have a lot of young guys, but we have guys that have kind of been through it, and it's going to come quick. A 2 out of 3, it's a very quick series. Either way, it's you win game one or lose game one, it's you're right back at it for an elimination game, no matter which way it is. So it's about those guys and all of us as a group to be able to lead. But those guys that have been through it, they're very vocal in the room as well, which helps. But it's just everyone's going to have to show up for Wednesday night.
Joe, what do you like about this team's regular season that prepares them for the postseason?
I just think the energy we had all year it was amazing, and we're excited for this time of the year. I think we've been waiting for this for quite some time now, and we're excited to get it going.
You got some guys that have been down this path before: Max Lajoie, Cameron Gauntz, even Kyle Clifford a couple of times in the Stanley Cup. What do you take from those guys and how long this road can be?
Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs. You want to lean on those guys in those times. They know what it takes to win, and you just got to follow their lead. They know what it takes.
This Belleville team strikes me as the kind of team you like to play. What do you see in them in this first round?
Yeah, it's going to be hard games. The walls are going to be big battles. We know they're going to come with a good forecheck, so got to break the pucks out and try and get some goals here.
John, first up, what do you like about your club in the regular season that leads you to believe they'll have success in the postseason?
Well, I just think that we came together as a group. Once we didn't have much movement, it's kind of hard sometimes, but at the end of the day, our leadership group did a really good job of keeping a tight-knit group. And you can see they're playing hard for one another, and it's an exciting time of the year. We had some last few months it was tough. I mean, we had to grind, and we did a really good job of that, and I expect them to extend that right through the playoffs. So it's exciting. They feel good about themselves. We're getting healthy, and the team is in good hands with the leadership that we have.
How valuable is it to have a couple of guys that have been the distance before? You've been to a championship. Even some of the guys who've been to junior championships or NCAA, Kyle Clifford, been to the Stanley Cup a couple of times, and I'm thinking of Max Lajoie and Cameron Gauntz who've been to the Calder Cup. How valuable is that experience?
It's incredibly important because they know it's a long haul, and you got to keep, whatever our goals are, we just got to keep them in front of us and understand it's not going to be easy, and let the lows not get too low and then the highs get too high, because that's what it's all about. We have to make sure we're patient, but understand what we are and what our identity is to give us a chance to win during this time. And I like where we're at in that regard, so it'll be exciting.
Belleville, aggressive team. What do you see in them, and what did they bring in the regular season that you're looking for in the postseason?
Well, they're going to drag you right into the fight. I mean, they put a lot of pucks in behind our D, so we're going to have to make sure that we're getting some skin on them to make sure we can slow them up a little bit, and more importantly, then just be quick with our decisions. Make sure that we're moving pucks quick and don't let them get the puck stopped. So we're going to have to be extremely good in those areas because they're big, strong, they can skate. So they'll make it tough on us, but that's what playoff hockey's all about.